Hello and welcome back, Commanders and Commanderettes. Chesty Puller here with another quick video. I wanted to go over some tips and tricks like the hotkeys. Somebody asked, if I could go over that again, and I do have a video out about it, but it's a long time ago, so I just wanted to go over it and show you how important the hotkeys are. Normally, what I will do. Let me just go to my base real quick. I use a thing like this, a metal 2 or a metal 1, something like that, and I'll take just any unit over here, and then what I'll do is I'll go in, and the reason I use this base is because nothing's going to attack me and I won't take damage. I'm just trying to number my units. So make sure you're not on Ruby or anything like that, and then you can bring your units here and separate them and just number them. So if I want to number like these two guys, number 1, what I do is I press Shift and 1, and then I can come over here and I can call anywhere from between 1 and 10. Like this one, I'll call him 0, and that numbers him 10. And then this one, I'll number him 7. Okay, and now when I did this, I just messed up my previous number system that I have for my active units. This is not a unit that I'm using, so I'll have to go fix that. But the reason I'm showing you this particular unit is during a normal attack, when you're not using like heroes, because heroes, you cannot use this base to number, because you can only deploy 1 hero at a time, in some cases 2 or 3 heroes at a time, but you won't be able to number all of your heroes for, like, say a heroic event. That becomes a problem. So that's how you number your units, and then they'll turn green, and then if you retreat them and redeploy them, now their green part goes away, and you can 1, and I think the other one, what did I number him, 7 or something like that, and then the other one was 10. Okay, you can use any numbers that you want. I have specific units that I like to number at a certain number, and I keep that number for that unit. Every single time you log in, you have to renumber your units. So that's kind of a pain, but it's what you have to do. So let's go here to what I'm working on right now, and so I'll show you how to number, like, say something for a heroic event here. So what I'm going to do is I'll attack, and just to keep everybody at bay, I will deploy this guy. This is a little trick you can use, and let the people start to come out after you, and then retreat, and then wait till they go back and they're standing in the places that they normally stand in, and that kind of puts them on lockdown. So then you'll have this free area here that you can number all your units in. So I'll retreat now, and I'll wait for these guys to go back. If I deploy before they stand still, they'll still come at me. So what you want to do is wait till they get to their spots. These guys are at their spots, and when I redeploy, you'll watch, they'll kind of like move a little bit but lock into place. Okay, see, they're locked in. Alright, so this group of people right here, I call my number 3. That's my number 3. I didn't mess them up. And then this one right here, this is my real number 1. My Braden is my number 1 for now. If I retreat him, then he will be he'll lose that green thing that makes him look like he's got damage. And we'll just deploy everybody else to make sure they're all properly numbered. Um, okay, my main unit, I call that number 2. We'll move them forward. 3, we're gonna move them back. 1, we're gonna come over here, and then 4 is my Andrew, and the only reason I have him numbered is because I need to lock him down because he wants to always come out. So the next thing you're going to want to know is, so D, like say for Andrew, I can put him on defensive. If you look right here, you can see this is like your hotkey menu. So I can just, without going to that menu, I can hit D, and now that you see that lit up. I'm going to move to 1, see how he lit up, and now I'm going to put him on F for, I call it aggressive. I don't know what F stands for, fierce or whatever, but if I want to turn Ruby on, it's right here, but you'll notice right there it says an R. So if I hit R, everybody starts moving. I hit R again and it comes off. S is for stop. So let's say I put this guy on fierce. I call it aggressive. And then I want to stop him. Now he's stopped. So that is how you use your hotkeys. And man, it is such a big help. That's why on these, that is why on these hero events and on events like when we're having our monthly event, if you don't have everything numbered, then you have to grab it like this, and it just slows it down. You're going to take so much more damage. So if you get this down here where you actually now I didn't put those guys on aggressive, but because I blew up a power plant, they all came because they were close enough. You don't want to get them too close. That's a thing which I still can't explain at all. I really don't know why Kixeye has those guys moving forward on their own. Look, I took a little bit of damage. Probably free repair, but so that's one of the reasons I like to put things on D for defense. Because certain things, like when you explode certain power plants, they automatically go into aggressive mode. When I did not put them on aggressive mode, it automatically puts the entire crew on aggressive. So I really hate the fact that Kixeye does that. And I have no way of knowing how to stop that from happening other than just keep everything further back. It usually doesn't happen unless they're very close. But that's a problem. So what else can I tell you about this numbering system? Yeah, so I'll show you here. So when you do it, for instance, I'm going to make everything easy for myself by having everything pre-numbered, right? So I attack, and I can deploy. For instance, on this hero event, I can deploy, and now, because I've got everything pre-numbered, I can move where I want to en masse, and I can move my other units where I want them to be en masse. It's very helpful. And then, like in that midst of units, I had my Braden kind of locked up in there. How are you going to find it? So just by having it numbered, all I have to do is press 1 and he comes out. It's a good idea when you're learning how to use it to keep this window open, because what that does is that allows you to make sure that it changed. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4. So I can make sure that everything changed. So Another trick that you can use is use a number that you, for instance, do not have numbered. Like for instance, if I hit 5, now I'm not controlling anything because it went to a number that I'm not using right now. So that's an important thing because that will help you sometimes. You want to get away, like you don't want any units to be targeted for your use. Then you can hit a number that you haven't used and it'll just go blank. And because sometimes you want to what's called deselect your target. So let's see, man, I'll tell you what, the only problem is like when you restart your game, it has to be what's still there? Oh, there's a power plant there. So you have to renumber everything again. So that's the thing you gotta be aware of. And so any questions about this, I'll try to keep track of the comments. If you see a question, or if you have a question about using your hotkeys, leave me a message. I'll try to reply to it. And if I can be of help, I'd be glad to answer any questions you have. Without the hotkeys, this game is just much harder. With the hotkeys, once you get used to using them, it is much easier. And the numbering system is a big help. On the other hand, let's say you don't have a keyboard or it's just too much trouble for you. You can always use, I'll show you this part too, just in case. I noticed a lot of people do this, and so it just, to me, it's just like so much more time consuming. You know, they'll select it like this and then have to go in here and then choose what they want. So you can do that, and to do that, let me get set up here and I'll show you how to do that. To do that, you press the on your mouse, you use the space bar, and then you use the left mouse button, and now you can select something, and you can come over here and you can select it like this, and just a portion if you just want to use a couple of guys. But I prefer by far using the hotkey system and pre-numbering my my units. And instead of using the D and the S and the A, this is very helpful also sometimes. Like when you press A and you just want to see that red cross that went there, now it's just going to take out everything on its way. There is a problem with that because, you know, it's not going to target the air. It's going to just target everything in its path. It is different than the aggressive. The aggressive one will attack things of high priority first. So in this case, it would sit here and get shot by all the turrets, and it would just shoot the infantrymen or the vehicles coming out, because if you were to use this aggressive one here, see, it's not going to shoot the turrets. It's going to shoot all of the anything with a higher priority. To me, the highest priority would be the thing that's shooting you, but that's not the way it works. So what you can do is you can press A like this, and now I'm going to come and take out anything between here and that red cross that came up. So that's about it on these. The hell is going on here? That's weird. that's about it on the hotkeys, and hope this